Hello everyone and welcome to the Air Goddess Network. I am the Air Goddess and welcome to another edition of Midnight Tarot. Okay, so I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and we're going to be starting our next week, this week coming up. I'm going to be using the Harmony deck right here from Christopher Lee to get our energy, to find out what's holding us back or what we need to work through or anything like that. What's keeping you up, what's giving you some pause. And then we're going to find out the final card. The final oracle will be coming from the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra and Taylor, my trusty oracle deck. So let's get started. Let's get on in here and see what the situation, the obstacle, and the advice is going to be. What you might be dealing with, what's giving you some anxiety, what you think you might not be able to overcome. Let's find out what's going on, shall we? As you can see, I have my rainforest sounds in the background, giving you some peace, giving you some serenity. Sometimes the sounds of nature is all you need to get yourself back to center, because we always hear the hustle and bustle and, the sounds of people, and sometimes you just need to hear nature. A little bit of crickets, a little bit of cicadas, some rain falling, just to give you a sense of peace. So let us get a first card. Let's get on in here, find out what our situation is, what we might be dealing with, what could be keeping us up or giving us some anxiety. Or we've been mulling around in our head what we should be doing, what they call ruminating about something. So let's get some info. Let's see what the situation might be. Looks like we got our first card, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. That's maybe someone feeling self-sufficient. Maybe they're making their own world. That kind of energy. Okay, let's see, what is the obstacle? Sometimes there's such a thing as being too self-sufficient, you know what I mean? We don't want to ask for help because we've made everything the way we want, and maybe we're coming up on something, and now we may not want to ask for help or anything like that, and we probably need to be asking for help. You can't do everything by yourself. So let's find out what the obstacle might be. Okay, we have truth. Some of us might not want to hear truth. And that would be the obstacle. That truth is sitting in your face and you're just not wanting to look at it. You're not wanting to hear it. And let's see what the advice is going to be. Ten of Wands. Okay. So, like I said in the beginning, some of us are quite self-sufficient. We have our own world, and we've made our world the way we want it to be. Okay. And that's good under normal circumstances. But if you look at these cards, you can see that her back is turned away from this Ace of Swords. Now this Ace of Swords is truth, clarity. It's what it is. It's no way around it. It's very clear. It's very sharp. Okay? The truth is the truth. The truth doesn't change. That's what that is. This is air. Okay? This is like the pinnacle of truth. This is it. But then we have this thing where we're carrying around an action. This is 10 of Wands. And 10 of Wands is burdening yourself with something when you should let it go. Or put something down in order to get somewhere. It's like climbing the hill with a bunch of baggage. And you know you can see where you're going. But in order for you to make it there, you're going to have to put something down. It doesn't mean you have to leave it there forever. Maybe you can come back and get it later. But in order for you to get to where you see that you can go, you've got to put whatever you're carrying down or ask someone else to help you carry it. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself being burned out, tired, and you won't want to deal with it at any cost anymore. You're liable to put it down and never come back to it if you keep walking with whatever it is you're carrying. So let's clarify these. Because sometimes when somebody's self-sufficient or they've made a world for themselves, they're very reluctant to let anyone in because they've made their world so perfect. Because this is a Virgo card, okay? One of the Virgo cards. It's like saying I've made everything the way I want it, and I don't want to be I don't want that disturbed. I don't want it disturbed, okay? So that's what that is. You don't want anything to be disturbed. And sometimes what happens with that is you find yourself being alone. And you find yourself being alone all of a sudden. It's like you look up one day and you find that you're in the garden by yourself. And you wanted to be in the garden by yourself, but you didn't realize that you're in the garden by yourself and everybody else. You might have walked in the garden with a group of people and you've gotten so involved in being in this garden that you don't realize that everybody's like, come on in, and you're like, no, I want to be out here, and then all of a sudden you don't hear anybody anymore, and then you look up and you realize you're in the garden by yourself, and nobody wants to come out there with you because they know that you're not going to listen to anything that they have to say. So now you find yourself by yourself, even though that may not have been your intention, or maybe it was, but now you find yourself by yourself. And now you're in the garden by yourself, tending it when you came in with a group of people, and now you're by yourself, doing all the gardening by yourself. And you might have wanted to do that in the beginning, but now you're saying, well, I didn't mean to be in here by myself. I really wanted my people. I wanted the rest of the gardening team in here too. And now I'm in here by myself, pruning and digging and all the things that have to do with tending this garden. Where's my team at? Well, never mind, I'll just do it myself. And you got in there and now you're doing it by yourself. And then you've got people coming in and saying, hey, we're trying to help you, but you don't want us to come in here. And you're like, no, that's not true. Yes, it is. It is true. Because you've gotten used to doing it by yourself because you pushed everybody away. But the point of the matter is, you're getting tired of doing that because this 10 of Wands is showing up. You're going to have to start delegating tasks because what was once pleasurable to you is now becoming a burden. So let's clarify this 9 of Pentacles energy. And we've got the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you got a team. You forgot about your team. You forgot that your team is there to help you out. Because the Queen of Wands is someone, it's not like you meant to do it, but somehow you ended up doing everything by yourself. Somewhere down the line. Because the Queen of Wands is someone who wants her team around, gives her team, delegates things to her team. So this could be someone who's a manager. Could be you, could be somebody around you dealing with that, but you could be the manager or a team lead or something like that, and you unwittingly have put yourself in the position where you're doing everything for the team. And it's not like you meant to do it, but you ended up doing it anyway. So let's clarify this Ace of Swords. And this Ace of Swords is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra energy. So you need to find balance, go with the flow, but also maybe find a different way of doing things or thinking. Okay, so let's clarify this Ace of Swords to find out what the actual obstacle is. Maybe somebody's been trying to tell you this for quite some time, that you're, doing too much. Okay, you got the sun. Okay, so it's the sun. Maybe you were doing it because you were doing it because maybe you were getting recognition and fame for it. Be honest with yourself. You thought if you did it yourself, you'd get some kind of recognition and fame for it. Or, the person above you, whoever your boss is, will say, oh, you're doing a great job, you're looking out for your team and all that kind of stuff. That's the obstacle, that you're seeking validation. You're seeking to be known in the company. But you're taking all the glory for yourself, and you have a team of people that, they should be getting some kind of recognition too. I mean, you do have a team under you, right? Let's clarify this 10 of Wands, this delegating tasks before you burn yourself out and bring the whole thing down. End up blaming your team for not helping you when you were the one that took it upon yourself to say, I'll do it, don't worry about it, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, don't worry about it. You thought that being self-sufficient and doing it by yourself was going to be the way to go. And the Hierophant. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. You're trying to be the one with all the keys here. You're trying to do it the conventional way. You're going to have to, in order for anything, if you look at the Hierophant, it's looking at this way, and it's telling this person, you've got to make sure that, if you have a team of people, then the hierarchy is you teach your people. You teach them, because Taurus is a teacher. They're the ones with the Hierophant is the one that has the keys to knowledge. Okay, so if you don't want to get burned out, make sure that you talk to your team and stop taking all the credit, but at the same time being tired of it. Let's see at the bottom of this deck. You got the King of Wands. Again, you can cheer people on. Cheer other people on. It's not you. Being optimistic. Being there for everything. Making sure that you're there supporting other people as well. This ain't just about you. It could be you or somebody else. I mean, somebody the energy you're dealing with. Okay? That's the bottom of the deck. And then the top of the deck, we've got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is someone who's willing to learn. So they're willing to get the information. They're willing to, they're cautious about it, but they're willing to learn something. They're willing to go get it, go get that information. So if you have someone in your team that's willing to go get the information, use people in your team and stop being the one trying to do everything. I know, I'll do it. This is I know, I'll do it. I got it. I'm the boss, I'll get it done type person. Being self-sufficient, but also seeming as if they're being kind and including the team, when in actuality is saying that you are doing it, for fame and fortune, and maybe, you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it not for the team, but for yourself. You're trying to move up in the company or something like that, right? Because this is the Ace of Swords is truth, and then you've got the Sun here saying abundance, fame, fortune, vitality, okay? But in this case, this is the obstacle. You're doing it for you. You're not doing it for the team, you're doing it for you. Because if this card hadn't come up, because this is somebody who's by themselves, and this person is someone who makes sure that their team is good, then you're doing this for yourself to get some kind of accolade of some sort, okay? And you're getting burned out. You're getting tired of doing it because you feel like your team has abandoned you. But what you need to do is delegate tasks to your team so you can get back on track for what you're really supposed to be doing. If you're the team lead, it means you lead. It doesn't mean you do, it means you lead. It doesn't mean that you take all the credit because other people are working on it and you're the lead. No, it doesn't mean you take the credit. It means that you lead your team. And when the team has done the project together, because you delegated tasks, then it's also a learning experience for everyone. You're also sharing knowledge with your team. You share knowledge with your team. And by doing that, it means that they have confidence in you and you have confidence in them to do their job. And they're very optimistic about what they're doing. And they're willing to go get the information. They're willing to learn the information. They might be a little bit cautious and they'll be coming to ask you 25 questions, but at least they're coming to ask you questions. So don't be telling people, oh, I don't have time for that. Or I'll do it, I got it. And then when your boss comes to talk to you, you're taking all the credit for a project that was clearly supposed to be done by a team of people. And you're sitting in your office lamenting about, I don't know where my team is. My team isn't helping me out. They're not helping you out because you're not doing your team leader position. You're not fulfilling your team leader role. The team leader role is to delegate tasks and also help in the project. It's not to sit back and do all the work, okay, and then complain about your team not doing a damn thing. That's not how that works. Team leads delegate tasks and also fill in where things haven't been done yet. Or you take on certain things and then you delegate other things so everybody has something to do, so everybody can come back in and say, I found this, I found that, what'd you get, what'd you find, let's put it all together. And then if they're doing such a great job, your job is to, cheer them on and be optimistic about what their abilities are. Not sit back and say, well, when the boss comes in, I'll just tell them that I did all the work. But then complain to your boss that they're not doing anything, because you know what that does? It makes you look bad as a team lead. It's not them that's looking bad. It's you. You're making yourself look bad. You're making yourself look bad by complaining about the team that you have, but you're doing all the work for them, and then complaining about them at the same time that they're not doing the work when you haven't delegated a damn thing to them, and they're looking at you like, what are we supposed to be doing? And then you have the nerve and the gall to get upset because they're asking you what they should be doing because you're doing all the work. Because you want to be the one to be seen by the higher ups. You want to be seen as the one. I'm doing all the work. I'm the boss lady. I'm doing all the work. I did this. Yeah, I know they did. Yeah, but they didn't really do nothing. Yeah, I had them and they did a little bit of stuff, but I did most of it. Yeah, you're like a fool because you want fame and fortune and vitality and all that. When it should be, you should want that for your entire team because it's a team project, and that's the truth. So, let us get a final. This is going to be a short one. Yeah, let's get a final card on this so we can, resolve this issue before it becomes a mess at your job. Resolve the issue and start delegating tasks before your project goes up in flames. Or your team starts going to the higher ups complaining about you and you're not giving them any work, but you're running around the office saying I did this and I did that, and your team is looking at you like, but you didn't give us any tasks to do. Why are you doing everything? Or when you have a meeting with the higher ups with your team, you're doing all the talking and saying I, and your team looking at you like, what? And you throwing your team under the bus just so you can get a pat on the back and a possible salary raise. But I'm here to tell you that's not what's going to happen. You might stand the same thing, or they're going to call you in asking you why you didn't lead your team correctly. Why are you the one, because some companies, they can tell when you're the one doing all the work and your team, and there's a divide with you and your team. They can see that. And they'll start asking you questions as to why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing with your team. Why is your team over there and you sitting over here? Why is there a divide there? What's going on here? Why are they telling us that you're not delegating tasks, but you're telling us that the whole project is done, but your team is telling us you haven't given them a damn thing to do? What's going on here? there's a problem here. There's some low morale going on here. We need to find out what it is. And you're making them look bad, but you're gonna look worse. You're the team lead, not them. You need to delegate tasks and stop complaining about your team and saying they're not doing anything, but you're on the inside in your office doing all the work. Thinking that if you tell your higher ups that you're doing all the work, they're gonna, give you this wonderful raise, when in actuality they want to see what kind of team leader you are. It's a test. So be careful. It's a test. You might be on the road to the corporate ladder, but if you can't lead a team effectively, you can forget that promotion. Remember, whenever you're working for a company and they're putting you on a project and they put you in a team lead position, they want to see how you are in managing a team and delegating tasks before they give you a VP position or a president's position or director's position. Right now, you're just the manager. So make sure you're treating your team fairly. Okay. And I got the card indecision. So you have a decision that you need to make. Are you for your team or are you for yourself? So let's find out what indecision is. Maybe you already knew this in your heart and you've been thinking about it, and now you're thinking maybe I need to make a decision to redefine what I'm trying to do here with my job. Am I going to take all the credit, or am I going to do the right thing and make sure that my whole team gets the credit they deserve so everybody can move up according to their skills? Okay, indecision. Let's find it. Where is it? Okay. Page 25. Let's go to page 25, y'all. 25. Okay. Which choice to make? This card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 roads, wondering which would be the better choice. Yet you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force energy draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. Okay, so maybe you're trying to make a decision about whether you should delegate tasks before things get out of hand. I suggest that you go ahead and do that. Because maybe you've gotten so far into the project that you told some things and you've done some things, and now you've gotten to the point where you're feeling like you're burned out and you're trying to decide, should I let Tommy just take this over? Should I let Diana just take this over and share in the glory of this thing? Or should I just say, you know what, forget it, and then we just all fail? The team will fail if I don't make a decision about who should I delegate this task to before it falls to the whim. Because sometimes people want to hold on to the thing that they're doing because they've been doing the work, and they want to hold on to the thing knowing that they're burned out, and they know that there's somebody on the team that can take over, that can do it just as well as you or them, depending on who it is that's dealing with this energy. If I were you, I would go ahead and make the decision to go ahead and let somebody take over. Again, delegate the tasks, show them how to do it if you have to. Because this person, whoever this person is a quick study. They'll get it. See, they'll watch you cautiously and very closely to learn it. That's what this Page of Swords is. They'll learn it. They'll watch you very closely and mimic you down to the line to make sure that whatever's already been done, it will seem like there was no break. It will seem as if the same person did it. Meanwhile, it saves the team. It saves the project. It saves you. It saves everybody that's connected to this project. So that is the issue. Stop being so self-sufficient that you don't ask for help. Stop saying that you'll do all the things and, maybe if I do all the things, I can look good for the team. No, because people can see when you're doing all the work. Because let's say you do all the work and you present the project, and let's say you're all in there, and whoever you're presenting this project to, you can't be the only one answering the questions. That's going to look really weird. Why are you the only one answering the questions about this particular project? You have a team of people. You need to make sure that your entire team knows all the things that's going on, instead of you knowing all the things and not sharing no information. Stop that, because you're going to look bad. It's going to look really weird for you answering all the questions about this project, and your team is just sitting there looking dumbfounded and can't answer questions. I mean, what if the president asks one of your team members about it and they can't answer? What are you going to do? Jump in every time somebody asks a team member a question? Come on, man. Come on, girl. Let's be real. Teach your team all the things that they need to know so the whole thing can be successful for everybody. Everybody should be on the same page with it. Whatever it is that you're doing, everybody should be on the same page. Everybody should be able to answer the same questions. Everybody should be working like a well-oiled machine. If somebody else can't answer right away, somebody else should be able to jump in and say, yeah, because blah, 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 won't, woo, woo, woo. You should not be the only one answering the questions and doing all the work, so you can turn around and complain about them. Don't do that. Be a real team lead and help everybody get to where they're going. So when you present this project or whatever it is that you're doing, that everybody is on the same page and can answer all the questions no matter who asks the questions. Everybody should be equal. There's the Libra with that Ace of Swords. That's the Libra part of the Ace of Swords. Find a way for you to make sure that everybody knows what they're doing, even if it has to be unconventional, and it's for the group. That's the Aquarius part of this card. That's the truth, working for the group. The Gemini is getting the information and sharing the information. Make sure everybody shares the information and knows what's going on with this project, so everybody can get some abundance, everybody can have some vitality, and everybody can have some sort of recognition for the work that they've done with this group. So that's it. That's all I got. Okay. I hope you all have a great week. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know down in the comments if it did. As always, I am the Air Goddess. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week.